was a market study tour, actually, to see how we could access Cuban markets, how we could position ourselves once diplomatic problems are resolved to export a lot of good Illinois agricultural products to Cuba.
Making those market connections, is that what was essentially behind the trip from Farm Bureau to Cuba?
No. It really was, on the whole, it was really ascertaining what it is they need. We went to some of their cooperative farms and urban farms that are, feeding quite a bit of people down there with organic produce. We were also interested in the animal nutrition as well as human nutrition needs there, and the ability to actually import our goods, whether it be container freight or bulk commodities or specialty grains, specialty commodities, I should say.
So as you kind of went down there and saw what the Cuban people need, how could Illinois farmers fill the void there when it comes to food resources in Cuba?
Well, we could feed it a lot quicker, more real-time delivery, if you will, in that we could actually get product there from here in 3 days versus some of their suppliers where it's an 18 to 24-day transportation, matter, which is extremely costly. Transportation is a big part of the cost of what we grow and provide as food to the global world here.
I mean, obviously, Cuba's just 90 miles south of the state of Florida. Clearly, it seems that the U.S. and Midwest growers are in the perfect position to supply that nation with food.
Yeah, we believe so, and we think that we have a competitive advantage, not just from our transportation infrastructure, but from the actual quality of our products, whether it's our distilled, dried distiller grains or processed commodities.
The government in Cuba still being communist, and obviously conditions there not, for their people, the economy being where it is. Is there still a need for imported food and a different quality of food to be brought there and to be fed to either the people of Cuba or tourists?
They import 80% of their food, so anything we can do to actually get in the queue to begin exporting more to them, I think that we would be able to deliver, we being Illinois, a cornucopia of Illinois agricultural products that would very well suit their needs.
How important are exports like the ones that could potentially go to Cuba for Illinois' ag economy?
Jobs. It's all about jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's a metric out there where $100 million in exports actually attributes to 4,000 jobs here in Illinois. And so, it's about sustaining our jobs. It's about maintaining what we have here in terms of our infrastructure, so if you reinvest in that, and about expanding our ability to capitalize on that.
Tom, what do you think the appetite is on a national level to get something like this done and start to open up our trade with Cuba so U.S. companies and U.S. farmers and growers can start shipping goods there more easily?
It's all about trade relations and about learning from, what these embargoes have done. Brazil is basically building an $800 million port in Cuba. And so while others can trade freely with them, we cannot. And trying to feed 11 million people there, we believe we can deliver better than just about anybody, any of our competitors, if we had the opportunity.
Cuba seems like an exotic place to go to, I think, in particular for citizens, because it is kind of tough to travel there otherwise. Well, what would surprise people about a trip to Cuba? What were some of your experiences there?
The housing is, by our standards, or I think a lot of standards, in very poor condition. It's concrete housing in a tropical climate, and it's you read about collapses and what have you. It's the infrastructure there is leaves a lot to be desired.
From your time dealing with Cuban people, Cuban farmers, any members of the government, are they interested in trying to find a way to trade, in particular with agriculture products throughout the United States?
Absolutely. They recognize, the Minister of Agriculture and now import representatives, as well as the farmers that we met. I mean, they all had a passion for what they were doing, and that was remarkable.
Tom, we're about a month away from the Illinois State Fair. It will be one of the first ones in quite a long time for you that you're not going to be directly involved in. Thinking about the upcoming fair?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to the fair. I encourage everybody else to go to the fair. That's the way that, it was built for, Springfield, the city of Springfield, and the state of Illinois, actually. But we're glad to host it every year. It means a great deal of economic impact in the city for our hotels, our restaurants, our, gas stations, you name it, everything. Farm and home store. They get covered up during the fair.
What will it be like for you not having a role this year as director of the Department of Agriculture when you're at the fair? Do you think you'll be able to kind of enjoy it more, or just at least enjoy it in a different way?
I always enjoyed the fair, but you're on pretty quick time, on an uncontrollable time sequence of events there when you're the director. So it'd be fun to watch some of the shows that I have come to enjoy, especially the horse shows.
Maybe
and the cow shows, well, the pig shows too. I mean, all of it, really, basically.
At least maybe this year it'll be a more of a leisurely pace for you.
Yeah, and then enjoy coming out and watch the people. That's a big part of it.
Well, I like to have all those people show up because it helps get them back in touch with agriculture, something that a lot of people are missing right now in their daily life.
Yeah, well, everybody takes it for granted, and basically 1 in 4 jobs in the state of Illinois is tied to agriculture in some way. So it's an extremely important industry that your average consumer doesn't quite perhaps appreciate.